in God's name is going on in here? What was that ruckus?
What ruckus?
I was just in my office and I heard a ruckus.
Could you describe the ruckus, sir?
Okay, here's what I would have done. Bro, no one cares what you would have done. Actually, everyone cares. Welcome to Let Me Book the Territory, the podcast made for smart marks and nostalgia nerds. Brought to you by the Embrace the Turn Up Podcast Network. And now your hosts, A-Dub,
B.A.
E-Ray,
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the older adults are here. It is the fellas, Super BA, Dub Balor, I'm about to say Dub Bader, and I, Bam Bam Gigolo.
Yeah.
We are here for the greatest wrestling podcast of all time. It is Let Me Book the Territory. And guys, if you don't know, you're about to find out. We got some things to talk about. Before we get into that, though, Dub, how's it going, man?
Living the motherfucking dream.
Are you really?
As far as I can tell, Jeff Jarrett didn't win a title in 2023, so I'm good. I'm actually great now.
I mean, with your name being Dub Balor, I expected you to have like from head to toe off-white on, but you're letting me down.
Or be wearing one of them fucking Cenobite masks he be wearing down to the ring now.
Nah, man, just a Miami Sharks shirt. You know what it is. Any given Sunday. Y'all know the vibes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
My name
sorry.
is Willie.
Right, I was like, wrong. Willie
Beeman.
I leave the ladies.
Cream.
Cream.
I was like, what is that, Powerhouse Hobbs thing? Powerhouse. Anywho, that other voice you hear there is the guy who has the greatest invention known to man, which is the beanie headset beard combo, where you can look like a hipster podcaster hobo as well. It is the guy who has finally moved into Casa Le Pound Town.
Yeah.
BA is in the building. What's going on, Brody?
Say that shit. It is I, B.A. DiBiase in the building, in the Pound Town, or the compound.
Whoa, in the Pound Town.
Not
Who
yet.
took
I'm
you
here
there?
recording.
Oh.
No, Daddy, no.
No, Nasty Nate, Devilman, 666, Mark of the Beast. No, Naughty Jungle of Love.
Oh, man. But yes, it is B.A. DiBiase in the building, a.k.a. Black IRS, a.k.a. Super BA, because I riding around today, I was like, I think I'm entering my final form. Like, this is where we at right now. I think that it's as good as it's gonna get. It can get better, but as far as me feeling how I feel physically, I'm like I feel like M. Bison right now. After I just took a fucking flash kick from Guile, and I was like, no, not today, Guile, and got up, and I'm about to kill some motherfuckers. So yeah, let's go.
Hit him with the Psycho Crusher.
Yes, I've been psycho crushing people when I have no business doing psycho crushers on people. As far as energy,
Whoa. I was like, I don't know what.
Hey, just talking a little Street Fighter, that's all.
Oh,
little
Psycho Crusher, my wife. I was like, yeah.
No, I'm not Psycho Crushing these. No, she's got to be standing up straight tomorrow. She has to get my kids out the house. I can't be doing that.
Every time he says something, I just think it's going somewhere else. So we are going to go somewhere else. Guys.
E-Ray's always literally clutches his pearls every time I open my mouth, guys. Like I'm about to like say something to get us off the air. Yes. No, that's terrible
I
comedy.
know where you were going, E-Ray. Stop it. You stop it right now.
Hey, man, I'm
you know,
just here
I'm
to tee
unlocking
guys
the
up.
penalty box.
I'm just teeing up the
I'm
fellas
unlocking
for
the
all
penalty
sorts of
box.
craziness.
Stop talking. Everything.
All right, I'm done.
Like, this turned it. BA to turn into gold dust.
Black dust.
Black dust.
Well,
black dust.
guys, this is it. This is over. This is our last episode. We appreciate it. We appreciate the support. We have tried to deliver you a quality show, but I think it's over. So, see you next. No, just playing. Guys, now that the shenanigans are out the way, you guys are feeling good. We're feeling loose. Let's get to the shits. I mean, where do y'all want to start? BA, I'm gonna pivot. I'm gonna go. What do you think we should start with? There's so many things happening. Would y'all want to get the whole revolutionary pay-per-view out the way, or you want to go?
I think for the sake of tone of show, let's get the bad news out of the way first, and let's talk about the good times. Sorry, AEW diehards, but I'm not big on what I saw and heard about this past Sunday. But yes, E-Ray, let's get this shit over with Revolution.
All right. Well, I know BA was really down on it, so we'll need to ask his thoughts. But on AEW had a pay-per-view. One of their quarterly pay-per-views, they had Revolution. And I think I can speak for a lot of people. Nothing revolutionary happened. It felt extremely like I don't know if you would say, I don't want to say tone deaf, but there was I don't think any surprises. And honestly, I guess I should start here. Typically, even though the week to week often suffers, so far in this 3 years of company's existence, 3-4 years, we have grown to respect their pay-per-views for being really good shows. I will go out on a limb and say I think this is probably the first AEW pay-per-view where I can really say it was bad. Like, nothing really redeemable. Nothing that
boring a fair term to describe it as.
I'm not gonna call it boring because it wasn't that. It's not that it was boring. It just wasn't good. And we can. I mean, I don't know how much you guys saw, but we can go top to bottom. Legitimately, they started with Starks and Jericho. That's already setting a bad tone to me because Jericho has did all but completely cool off Ricky Starks from his 97 Rock arrival that we were so high on literally 2-3 months ago. And
he turned him back into 96 Rock.
Rocky.
Right. Rocky.
Yeah.
Die Rocky die. Right. It's just like, okay, that's an energy drain. That's really sad. And I think we got a lot of that where it's like some people are that might be the theme of this episode of people that are just sucking away the juice from others in a consensual, non-sexual manner. It's just like, oh man, this was great. You were great, and then they're not. And I was like, I guess it's all about styles make fights, matchups count, matchups matter. You would think Jericho would have the juice to make Ricky Starks more prominent, but the JAS versus Ricky Starks, it just doesn't feel right. So they've already had 1-2 matches already prior to, and then they inexplicably do it again. It wasn't a bad match by any means, But it was just like, why should I care?
Mhm.
I could not find a reason to care. Dub, where did you fall on this opener?
What the fuck is going on with their women's division? Nothing they do makes sense at all, and I'm really getting fucking sick of it. And this tag team match. This was a tag division that at one point had FTR, the Young Bucks, and the Lucha Brothers at the same fucking times. Oh yeah, if you want to throw some old niggas in there, the Hardys were there too.
Oh yeah,
And somehow we come up with the Guns, the Acclaimed, and Jeff fucking Jarrett in a title match. I like the Acclaimed. Everyone loves the Acclaimed.
Don't forget
The Guns are
Best
coming
Friends,
to their own.
or some.
And the Best Friends was like,
And y'all thought I was mad?
fucking explain it to me.
I
That man didn't even answer E-Ray's.
why-
I didn't ask him about that.
That is some.
Why is
anger,
someone
bro.
getting lynched with a chain on national fucking television? I have so many fucking
Not
problems
even.
with
People have
this
to
show.
pay to see that.
Wait, that to
The
me.
coolest thing about this show was Christian was out there wrestling in a sleeveless turtleneck. And I said,
Facts.
that's some heel shit right there.
Facts.
I
Love
love
it.
it.
Get rid of
So
the
sick of this
casket.
shit.
Um,
So sick of this shit.
okay. Well, Dub just buried the entire pay-per-view. So that's all we have. No, I'm just playing.
Hangman got curb stomped onto a brick and still stood up.
I heard Jim Cornette compare that match to Brokeback Mountain earlier today. I almost fucking died. Sorry, I know he can't talk
I
about
can't
it.
quit
Wow.
He called it Brokeback Mountain Texas
Wow.
Death Match. I was dead, bro.
Please give us insight on this, because you clearly listened to some stuff that we have not heard. Yeah, so
Oh man, it's just, I mean, I don't like to come on here and tout Jim Cornette too much because he's like the aggressive side of just not watching it. I try to see it, but my heart knows what it wants, and it is not what AEW puts out.
that's what
as a
Brokeback.
product.
That's what they said in Brokeback Mountain.
Oh,
Heart
no,
wants what
I
the
don't know
heart
about
wants.
that. I don't know about that.
I can't quit.
He was
you.
talking about the just the fact that he just said that because Cowboy or Hangman's a cowboy.
Oh, because they're cowboys. Yeah.
And yeah. That's where the comparison
And he's seen them hug
And
each
the
other from
amount of
behind.
fluid coming out of John Moxley.
Out
That
of
blood.
out of both
that
of them.
is.
Hey,
I say
this
a lot of
okay.
fluid.
So this is my thing. Man, because Dub didn't answer my question at all, so we're just gonna skip past.
Oh, you had a question?
That's
He
how
asked about the Jericho and Ricky Starks match.
he
Oh.
went insane.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
you asked me about
went
AEW? This
ballistic.
shit sucks.
I'm sorry.
I was like,
I'm-
wait, what?
You guys
wait,
saw
wait.
how I was reacting in
Wait.
live time in our group chat, so you knew how I felt about this.
Let me just run this back for the listening audience here. I said, Dub, did you have any different opinions about Ricky Stark versus Chris Jericho? What the fuck is going on with this women's division? This shit is crazy. Why is I was like,
And I mean, I agree. And I'm sure E-Ray, not to speak for E-Ray, I'm sure he does as well. But what
ain't
about
what
Ricky
I was
Starks
gonna
and
say.
Jericho?
but that's okay. That
All right, Ricky
again,
Starks
I didn't
and
have
Jericho.
no.
So
Dub.
okay.
We're done because guess what?
Okay.
I end it with they haven't given me a reason to care. So therefore,
Facts.
I
That's
didn't.
all the Jericho
So that's why
Appreciation
you
Society
didn't.
stuff.
Because you were so mad at other things that you completely went away from this match. So
We got these AEW vampires just sucking the just pop out of every possible thing that could be watchable. That's where a lot of this starts and ends. Like this, I'm with Dub, man. That shit was like I wanted to watch it because I mean, let's hop back in the time machine. Grab the Steve Urkel blue juice, pour that shit up. We all getting into the time machine. We going back to last year's Revolution, right?
Mhm.
Do y'all remember how excited and tired we were from that show? I do.
True.
Yeah.
Damn.
I remember we were all
Damn.
over on that shit. We were like, man, yeah, their weekly's questionable, but their pay-per-views, good fucking
Yep.
lord. Like they doing it. This, I'd rather watch fucking Sunday Night Heat back in the day episodes than watch this.
So, you know,
I
I
will-
have some heaters.
I thought about that,
bruh. So that's where a lot of my anger comes from, because I was so like, man, like I know the weekly shows are questionable, but they really know how to put on shows. Like, it can be a lot, and we would complain about how excessive it was, but at least it was good.
But
yeah, but this shit, bruh, help me, please. Like, I don't know where to go. I don't know what to think about it. And it's not like I'm for lack of trying, bro. I'm trying to understand what Tony's cooking. He don't even know what the fucking ingredients of his recipe he originally started, in my opinion.
Why am I supposed to care about Jungle Boy, like, at all?
Why are they still fighting? I thought the blow off was the cage match at the last pay-per-view.
I think because Christian Cage got hurt, so it was supposed to.
Oh, they
gotta
close it down officially now.
So
but why a casket though? Why not like? And I know we're gonna talk about
the final burial, because Jungle Boy's father is no longer with us, so he apparently wanted to send Christian Cage to the underrealm as well. I don't know. That's literally what he said in his promo. That is not a shot. I know that sounded crazy, but if you watch the promo, he said, "Oh, my dad, and I'm gonna send you," or something of that nature. I don't know. I'm paraphrasing at this point, but he said something.
They need to leave Luke Perry out of this garbage. He ain't got nothing to do with this nonsense they putting on TV. Right. He's like, "Why do y'all keep saying
the 90210 in the sky?"
I was just about to say, if you wanted to get some heel juice off, Christian Cage would have wrote 90210 on the casket. or Melrose Place,
brought out Tori Spelling or something.
All right. Oh my gosh, the decrepit Tori Spelling, that would be crazy. But
I was gonna say, since Dub is so passionate about this women's division, can we talk about this women's match? This triple threat match? At least since Dub has some thoughts, I would love to hear him further expound on these thoughts, because my man is fired up. So I would love to hear it. Keep the fire going.
End it correctly.
The right person won. Okay match for it only being 10 minutes. The Ruby turn makes no sense. It feels real. Hey, you guys remember Bash at the Beach in 1996? You guys remember? You guys remember?
Long-term booking. They're owed to what? It's their ode to the NWO, but a female version. So instead of black and red, is green. I'm
gonna start calling you Al Pacino and the Devil's Advocate, sir, because you.
Yeah. I'm the devil.
Look at the milk cartons I'm standing on to be the same size as Keanu Reeves. No, let me stop.
Charlize Theron, I'm gonna sex you.
Come here. Cherry. Al Pacino. Yes. E-Ray is doing his best Al Pacino impression as far as trying to defend the shit that is the women's division, and whoever the agent is, God bless him, because I hope he or she's been taking a lot of vacation time, because it doesn't look like anybody's booking this at all. It looks even worse than when I was actually watching when Saraya first popped in and her little Britt Baker's like little spat they had and all that stuff. It looks worse than what that was. So
I got a question, because I've been trying to follow week to week, and I just seen like these odd pairs or odd pairings. And I'm like, wait a second. So now Saraya's with Toni Storm? Was it Toni Storm? So okay, whatever.
It's like the fake outsiders.
Yeah, it's very interesting, but it's like, but why? What was the motivation? I was trying to figure this out.
Because Bash at the Beach in 1996, like y'all said.
Bash at the Beach. Yeah.
You know who I am, but you kind of know why I'm here, because the internet exists.
There you go.
That's the problem, folks, with all of this.
And then here's the problem going forward. So now you're gonna have Hayter and Britt and whoever they decide to put on their side against Saraya, Toni Storm, and Ruby Rojo, and like 6 women fighting out. But now you're gonna what the fuck ever. But now you're gonna have you're a women's champion not defending her title because she's defending the AEW originals or whatever the fuck they're gonna call themselves.
Dude, I almost threw up.
Like
AEW originals, they haven't been around long enough to have quote originals. Like what?
I mean, well, in truth, the way
Damn,
Tony
their whole
Khan just
company
be
is-
abducting people from
I was gonna say
all these other companies,
Exactly.
that's why
Four
they're
of them,
originals.
They appear in the locker room in AEW show.
so
Where was I? I thought I was catering in WWE.
Nope,
Oh,
now you're
slow
all
down.
elite. Deal with it. I just wanted a club sandwich. No, now you're all elite. You can't
Yep.
take it back. No take
Can't
backs.
take it back. Got the picture.
No,
Can't take
no.
it.
The forbidden door is closed. Right, like they in the
Frozen
fucking
like
Phantom
like
Zone.
Han Solo.
Holy shit! The
and
forbidden
now in
door is
addition to
carved.
that, now you have Jamie Hayter moving into this weird babyface role that she's not natural at because she's just a natural heel. And her opponents in like this faction thing are 3 women she just defeated. So if I'm Jamie Hayter, I'm like, why the fuck should I care? Beat up the rest of the locker room. I got this championship. I'm good. But she has to care because she's standing up for the AEW originals in the locker room. Who I don't even know who the fuck that is anymore. Is that just
Barf.
Riho and whoever they bring in to have Jade beat up? Because Jade don't need nobody help. Like what the fuck
Nope.
are we even talking about?
Exactly. That's the quote over the women's like storyline. What the fuck are we?
Is Jamie
even
Hayter
talking
defending Nyla Rose? I think Nyla Rose will be fine.
about?
Like,
Right.
Make it make sense. Julia Hart got 3 of the scariest motherfuckers in the world standing next to her. Well, who's she defending? Sky Blue? Who gives a fuck if Sky Blue gets beat up?
No one, because that just happened again this week.
See, Dub booked it without even knowing. This is the
literally-
inherent problem.
I can't.
This.
I can't.
The fact that we still stuck. It's like we on a treadmill, man. Except you're not losing any weight. You just running the run, beating your knees
worse,
up.
worse. Not a treadmill, a hamster wheel. With the
Yes,
promise,
exactly.
with the promise of the dangling carrot or pellet.
That
is
stupid ring in the front of the hamster.
No, not the Sonic ring. Well, Will Hobbs is chasing.
That they gave to Hobbs to do
Help me
nothing
down.
with. Oh, man.
Miss Aubrey,
No.
help me down.
Right. No, they. Oh gosh. No, it's the promise. They're dangling the promise of like good booking.
I think we just won it. I'm glad. This is like a state of the union conversation about AEW because I think that's the problem right there, E-Ray. We got to stop expecting that. We not going to get it. And we need to stop thinking it's going to happen.
Do we expect to get this point or do we just want it?
Yeah,
I think we
don't
want it.
expect it. We just.
I
Want
just want it. I don't expect to get this point.
But
just
that's
want
why we
it,
got to
and
tell
I'm
our
getting-
expectations. Now I feel like I'm putting on the fucking milk carton and I'm Al Pacino now. Or standing on the milk carton. And I'm being devil's advocate because expectation in life is everything. When we expect, that sets up for disappointment. If we don't expect things, there's no way to be disappointed.
But BA, you got to remember, we are not thinking of AEW like it's some type of fantastically booked show with all these great storylines. This is literally Mad TV for us. Lowered expectations. Like that shit is
Who's
so
the Stewart
sad.
character?
It's very
It's
sad.
Tony.
It's just like
Stewart?
let me do it. That's
Are you out there
Tony,
booking your own
Tony.
pay-per-views again? Stewart?
Let me do it.
Like-
Let me do it.
Put the pen and pad down, Stewart. Stewart.
No, you said I could do it.
And the thing is, like, we're expecting bad at this point, but it just keeps getting worse.
It
That's
does.
that's what upsets me.
Oh
I
my
expect them to make some
God.
stupid decisions, but
just
they make them worse.
Got worse.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
AEW
Live
quick
from the
hits.
Dynamite
Here we go.
desk. E-Ray correspondent. What is the breaking news, E-Ray?
Guys,
My desk.
this is E-Ray on the ones and twos, looking at AEW Dynamite Live. And oh my gosh, the main event is Powerhouse Hobbs versus White Omos.
Von Wagner?
What? Lance Archer?
Seriously, who is White Omos?
That white nigga that Joe just lost to.
Oh,
Middlefield.
Fucking Middlefield.
Middlefield.
Haircut? He's not even Middlefield no more. He's just Steve Haircut now. He don't even look cool no more.
Steve Haircut. And let me tell you, out of nowhere, Powerhouse Hobbs versus Middlefield, and they're having such a rumble in the jungle. And believe it or not, out of nowhere, QT Marshall comes out of nowhere.
Why is QT Marshall on my TV?
Hits Middlefield with the chair.
Why?
And then wins
Why
the
does Hobbs need
title
help?
for Powerhouse Hobbs. Powerhouse Hobbs now won the TNT belt, which just got won by Middlefield from Samoa Joe. Oh my God, this is disgusting. I hate it. This is so stupid.
You know what the argument is going to be in the next Beards and Diehards? You ready for this one?
You guys want a black champion.
Whoa. Not what I was going to say.
But it's true.
But it is. I'm about to say probably part B to what I was going to say. Damn, that sucked out my thought. What are those? I was like, damn. All right. No, my bad. Big pause.
Shit, we just talking about SmackDown.
Right. Well, guys.
I
was going to say the next beers are going to say that that's good booking because nobody would have predicted the craziness of that whole scenario.
Yeah,
that's
why is QT
it's
Marshall
unpredictable.
Still on TV?
It's just like people in real life. Anybody can win a fight, guys, right? It's just not going to be expected to where people are just going to drop titles at big events. So that's why this is better.
Let's do this because typically we have that would conclude our AEW Quick Hits segment.
Nah, we need to talk about AEW, man, like this.
Unfortunately, let me land, BA.
I'm sorry.
Unfortunately, we were in the middle of actually talking about AEW when we did AEW Quick Hits. So we actually have to go back to AEW. Oh, God. Ugh. But so let's do this. Instead of belaboring these points, let's just run through what everybody cares about. There's a few things here that I'm going to kind of quick hit on, and then we can move on. Sound good?
Amazing. I'm stressed out.
All right. I'm just going to get your quick reactions to this shit. Jade not being on the card. BA.
It's a lot of the same. Who else is she going to squash? There's only so many indie people they can bring in. So that's my quick take on that.
She can fight Willow Nightingale again. The 18th time.
For the 15th time?
Yeah, sure.
Love Willow. Don't need to see that again. Give me more indie people for her to squash until they give her a reasonable storyline for her to have an actual loss.
Or let her fight any of those 6 people that they've tied up in.
That's dude. Okay. I thought this was quick, but I'm gonna leave on this. They keep her separated from the entire roster that matters. And then as far as the roster, she's no interaction with the other wrestlers that are going for the actual AEW women's title. And it makes no sense. I'm done.
Weird.
No, I tell you why it makes sense, BA. Because what's going to happen is you'll see these other women's wrestlers, and they're better wrestlers, but Jade's a fucking star. And Tony realizes, in my entire women's division, I have 1 star and a bunch of good wrestlers.
Man.
I see. And they can't interact with each other because that would kill his star if they interacted.
It either kill his star or ruin or
destroy his entire division.
Right. So
which is basically
makes the right call that says my star can't lose. Then my star runs through this entire division, and you're like, all right.
Technically, she should though. But anywho.
The hand is on the button is all I'm going to say. We talking about apocalyptic scenarios for the women's division. Somebody about to push that button, and it's not going to be pretty. For real, dog.
So what we're saying is Mercedes Varnado made the correct choice. Next, Samoa Joe defeated by Middlefield, Ohio.
The
aka
sleepiest
Wardlow.
Match of the night, for sure.
Dub, what are your thoughts? Joe got choked out by Wardlow. Lost the belt after winning the belt.
Out at all. But here's
after
the thing.
just winning the belt, this belt is hot potatoes.
It's
turning into 24/7
to put over the new guy until you got to follow it up. And you know what they didn't do? They didn't follow it up. So fuck it. Who cares?
Well, yeah, that was probably the match I hated. I know we did talk about Christian Cage getting banished to the Shadow Realm. Jungle Boy won. When he closed the coffin, it immediately went like an express ride straight to hell. Christian Cage is now doing dances with Hitler. What are your thoughts? Was that cool?
Those are my thoughts.
Wow.
I'm supposed to care about Jack Carey at all. Now what?
That's all I got. I could care less.
Guys, we got a show to do. We got to give him something.
Okay.
Wait.
Has his victory given him anything else to do? Has his stock risen enough to challenge Orange Cassidy for the Atlantic slave trade?
He's gonna fight. Dinosaur again.
Why?
For the 30th time, because that's the only thing they think Jungle Boy can do right now. No, in all seriousness, he'll probably get pushed into that fold, the Danhausen, Orange Cassidy fold of things.
That's called.
It doesn't elevate him.
That's called the mid card.
But he already was mid card, so there's no elevation there. He hasn't even elevated mid card.
Technically, it was tag
just
guy,
mid. He's just mid.
Right. I was gonna leave it there.
Al Pacino, you and this devil advocate gimmick
Yeah.
is sickening, honestly. But whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Now to the main events of the night. We already talked about Brokeback Mountain, aka the Bloodborne Pathogen Bowl Part 1. Texas death match. So many fluids. Forks and knives and finger scrapings. I was like, this is...
I thought Nick Gage was about to come out. All the utensils being used in this match.
I thought I had somehow got turned to Skinamax. I was like, this is so homoerotic. It is
Hellraiser.
too much.
Skinamax on Shudder?
I mean, maybe. I don't know. It's been a long time.
We're gonna tear your soul apart
with a fork. Barbed wire.
If John Moxley was a Cenobite, what would he be?
Gosh, that'd be amazing. I mean, he wears leather. They wear leather. He wears a leather jacket.
Oh shit, Mox is a Cenobite. That's why he loves blood so much.
Ooh. And he's just John Moxley. Sup?
Right. They wouldn't even give him a gimmick. Like they got the fucking Chatterer. They got.
But all the other Cenobites have to be afraid of John Moxley, though.
Oh, facts. Absolutely. Except Pinhead. He wouldn't fuck with Pinhead.
You think you're some type of boss with your pins in your face? Huh?
Oh, you love blood, huh?
Right.
Whoa, if you love blood.
Just start stabbing yourself in the face.
We're going to call you Fork Man.
Right.
And you're going to have forks coming out of your forehead that bleed anytime you think of blood.
Like, all right.
That's all the time.
Guy.
John Moxley.
He's just blood guy. Every time
all
he walks.
The pleasures.
All the pleasures come to Daddy. Yes. So that happened. And then we had Bloodborne Pathogen Bowl Part 2, aka the Iron Man match between MJF and American Dragon Bryan Danielson. Guys, this was an hour-long match. If you notice, I completely skipped the tag match because who fucking cares? That shit was trash. I can't believe that all this tag stuff that they had in there, blah blah blah, didn't do it for me. No one cares. We're gonna get to the main stuff. A quick hit with inside a quick hit. Shout out to the Trios champions, the new Trios champions, House of Black. That was probably the only match I liked for real. But
That was a great match, top
Yep.
to bottom. Like that was very
Those
fun.
trios matches are built for those to be great. Anytime you have the Bucks and Omega in those matches, that's backyard stuff for them. That's nothing. They gonna make that.
mean,
look
But
good
now
all day.
it's time for House of Black versus Dalton Castle and the Boys. Of course,
I'm here for that.
That
here
is
for it.
ready for
such that is such a homoerotic BDSM
Oh yeah, speaking of Hellraiser.
Cenobites versus right. That's crazy.
Butterball, Chatter, and CD guy versus Dalton Castle and the Boys.
Stop it, Philly.
Get off me, Butterball. Hit
So
the
good.
gym.
Oh, that'd be great.
sign me up.
I'm looking forward
Forbidden
to
Door
that.
2.
I'm
The
ready for
Hellraiser
that.
match.
Yes.
If they have
Your
another
soul apart
if they
match.
make a part 2 to that one that came out on Hulu, we could possibly see a Pinhead appearance. Like, you remember how like RoboCop and Chucky showed up in
Oh,
WCW? Hey,
I mean,
man,
Chucky
they
just appeared in NXT like last year. So
Oh yeah,
anything's
but Liz
possible.
Morgan on she was on Chucky too. Yeah, that is true. It could
but
happen.
This is the thing. Bloodborne Pathogen Bowl Part 2. MJF versus American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. Such a long match. It was an hour long.
Oof.
And it started out really good. A lot of cool chain wrestling stuff. Great. Then by the end of it, I think if anybody had any guesses, I would say the bookers watched Roman versus Sammy and was like, let's do everything they did and then some. They're like, let's just add all the shit we possibly can. So where it felt like, oh, okay, this is getting kind of absurd. They had 2 refs, but they had the story to back it. This was like, okay, we got blood. So much blood. Then we got blood on top of blood. Then we got fucking submissions, diamond rings, a ref and a half. Like, it was so many
The
things that
producers
happened.
of Maniac Cop.
And then they
Sorry.
they killed me because they ended up having what I would call the most predictable / worst Tony Schiavone entrance. It's like, oh my gosh, Bryan Danielson has MJF in a single leg crab. It's like 30 seconds left. He's cranking it in, and you're like, oh shit, that would be so awesome if he just tapped. Or if he reversed it and then Bryan Danielson passed out. Or if MJF passed out. You know what they did? They waited till 0 seconds, and then, of course, he taps during 0 seconds. Oh, this match ends in a tie. Oh, MJF retains. And we're like, that's not how this is going to end. And then
WrestleMania 12.
Tony Schiavone, or like they've done this a million times. Like, no match ends in a tie for the belt. Just hasn't happened. So they're like, oh, okay. Oh, Tony Schiavone. Yep, I'm excited. Okay. Tony, where you going, Schiavone? I just got word from Tony Khan saying this match isn't gonna end in a draw. Sudden death.
Oh,
And I'm
didn't
like,
see that coming.
And I'm like, yeah, that was very obvious, number one. Number two, okay. And then they started up. Immediately, Bryan Danielson hits him with the Bazaico knee. And I'm like, oh my God. If it would have ended right there, I would have went crazy. Would have loved it. It's like, nope, it didn't. More shenanigans, more Diamond Dallas Page rings and all kinds of shit happening. And then it ended with MJF putting Bryan Danielson in the LaBelle lock. Bryan Danielson breaking out of it almost at the third dramatic arm raise. He catches it, he gets up, and then he passes out. And that was it. And I was like, And then MJF won. I was like, if y'all gonna just let MJF win,
why
was
waste
the point?
Why waste the last 5 minutes?
Why waste an additional 5 to 10 minutes? It just was unnecessary, and it didn't feel earned. So that was my issue. Like, it wasn't like people like the Sammy versus Roman shit. And again, I hate to compare, but Sammy versus Roman, it's like they've built up Roman to be the guy. MJF is not the guy as far as a wrestler goes. He doesn't have this superhuman wrestling thing. You know he's going to cheat. You know he's kind of the weasel. And Daniel Bryan, this is his arena. So by him beating him, it was like they're telling the wrong stories. It's kind of confusing. But it was fine. People who are saying that this is the best Iron Man match they've ever seen are extremely delusional. And clearly the AEW diehard fanboys. So it was fine. It was cool. I fell asleep through most of it until the end again because I was like, it's like 1:00. This shit is going on forever. But yeah, I got up and watched it. I was like, okay, now it's getting good. And probably that last 5 to 10 minutes, I was in it. And then they ended that way, that fluky finish, and then brought it back just to do that. It felt just cheap to me. So I will give credit to MJF and BA in the same breath.
Oh shit.
MJF, give him credit because his conference, he come out there on crutches, bleeding, and he gives such a good post show conference at the Scrum. It was great. So in character, fantastic. BA, I'll give you your flowers because you were the guy that said, hey, this guy might be racist. And I was like, prove it. And then he went and splashed some black kid with water and walked away. So, I mean, I don't know if that makes him racist. He also compared the Holocaust, I don't know. But
questionable things at best.
Right. And even if it is just heel work, it just kind of makes you think. Like, I don't know. Very interesting. I wasn't a big fan of how they kind of splashed. They splashed a little kid. Not that, but how everybody's justifying it, saying, "Oh yeah, that was so great."
He
got to meet his favorite.
heel.
Right? No, he got to meet his favorite wrestler after that. So I'd take a splash. It's only wet his pants. It's like, I was like,
you marks are fucking garbage.
yeah. I was like, yeah, this is wild. But guys, that's as much as you will probably ever hear on another episode of Let Me Book the Territory of AEW. So we had to talk about it because it was a big pay-per-view. Should have been better. But final thoughts, A-Dub, 10 seconds or less. Go.
Shout out to House of Black.
Love that. BA, 5 seconds. Go.
Be on the lookout for the shot or the Family Con coming soon. TBS season 3. Tony gets his own compound where he's going to be living with wrestlers in season 3. Continuing on from the past seasons.
I don't want any of that. And that was way longer than 5 seconds. So, guys, we are moving on to so much more interesting things to talk about. SmackDown.
Here we go. All right. Let's check all this negativity.
Oh, I know. Just got to unload for a second. Woo.
Man.
Yeah, that was a slog. I won't lie, guys. That's
why I said let's get it out the way first, man. Get that shit off. I don't want that to affect the tone for the rest of the show.
Dub, take us away. Get us to the promised land.
Man, the show just starts with just what I would call just a wonderful build, a wonderful chapter to this great build of this Mania match that we've known is coming since we saw Cody wrestle with one titty. Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns standing face to face in that ring. Roman, in the most disrespectful way possible, puts those titles on the ground in front of Cody. Cody's someone who respects the business so much, you know that irked him to his core. And then explain to Cody that not only was I groomed for this for my entire life by my family, I was groomed for this by your father. And did an excellent Dusty impression. And then hit him with the line of all lines. You know what he used to say about you, Cody? Nothing. And I was like, oh, I was taken aback, if you will. And then Cody, in pure Cody over dramatic, I was walking with Dr. King, my daughter's the end of racism fashion. Said, not only do I need to beat you to end the story, I need to beat you to just prove that I am worthy. Just and justify my existence. And you're like, wow, okay, all right. And damn it, it was just so good. It was just so good. Am I right or am I right? BA, tell me how right I am.
Cute though.
It's all about me. It's all about me.
Me. Yeah, man. Shit, they. You never gonna hear me say nothing bad about this until it gets bad. It was amazing. As far as them tying in, the Dusty thing's always this low hanging fruit, but they're not just using it as low hanging fruit. They're really building on it and using it as it should be used, and using it to really piss Cody off and build up that baby faceness of him and solidifying the heel behavior of Roman. It's a great build, and we still got some weeks left, so it's just gonna get more dastardly by Roman. You're gonna see some real that's the heel move shit out of Roman, and as we saw kind of leaking into Raw, more just random babyface shit out of Cody, because he's the super babyface. He's the new Cena as far as babyface goes in WWE, with Cena in the building, which is even crazier to say. So yeah, man, it's all happening as it should.
Interesting. I'm gonna disagree with you just a little bit. I don't think it's low-hanging fruit with Dusty, because simply for the fact that legitimately 98% of the roster of the main roster is Dusty's kids. They all went through NXT, literally went through Dusty Rhodes, the crowning jewels being Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins. So those,
and to piggyback on that point, that class of Dusty's kids with Sammy, Kevin, KO, and Seth, those are the kids that came in when Cody got fired or left the company. So it was like Dusty's kids were coming in, and they were the crowned kids, while Cody's actual kid was shown the door.
And not to mention, I'll say again. Okay, so now we about to be the locks in this bitch, because we just tag teaming these versus Freddie
cool.
versus
I'm
Jason.
Patiently waiting to bring up my point. Continue.
I'll say not only that, but I think it was important that I think Cody goes on record and says in a lot of interviews, Dusty never trained him. He never told him anything or gave him anything, versus the moniker of Dusty's kids. All these wrestlers that are now top superstars that he legitimately crafted, and yeah, baby, let me give you the feed of the let me see your promo class, and he's giving them everything. So he's given these people, molding them, whereas he has never given Cody anything. So these people who he's molded are now superstars, men and women, versus his actual fruit of his loins, who had to get there, lose his spot, go build a whole nother company, and now coming back to do it. So I think that's the big juxtaposition that they're going for, which is absolutely incredible working, because there's so much story behind it, so much meat on the bone. And for that, because I would say if there was low-hanging fruit, it would be if Roman would have said something like dastardly, like, oh, your dad wasn't good enough, or blah, 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 and I did more than blah, 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 blah. But he actually, I'm going to big him up, because he's seen more in me than he's seen in you. I'm really as good. You're not. And that's where it was like, oh, that's a great way to go about it. So that's where my disagreement came from.
But I think you guys misunderstood what I meant by low-hanging fruit, because y'all basically made my point by that way y'all described it, because I was saying that the Dusty thing is the obvious of the discussion point. You said it. He's trained all of the current superstars pretty much as far as who came from the FCW/NXT.
But I don't think that's
roster.
But I don't think that's obvious. Because not everybody watched NXT.
As far as a storyline to talk about, but everybody knew Dusty was running it though. Is that
not
fair
true?
To say?
No,
nobody knew Dusty was in the background.
Not nobody. The mainstream fans do not know this.
Yeah, like a lot of them
because the mainstream
there, they don't know. Like,
I wasn't watching that closely at the time, so y'all the experts.
So BA, this would be low hanging fruit if Chad Gable said it, because Chad was there, but Chad isn't considered one of Dusty's kids. Dusty's kids are considered Roman, Seth, Dean, the Four Horsewomen, Bray to an extent, like that first crop of guys that just
Xavier
came
Woods
up.
and Big E.
Like Xavier,
a lot
Big
of those
E,
people,
those guys, yeah. Like Finn Balor's considered a Dusty kid because Dusty got him from being Japan only ready to being America ready. Like, so it's not low hanging fruit for like the top guys who were the top of Dusty's kids list to say it. Like, not everybody's gonna say it. Like, is Xavier Woods one of Dusty's kids? Yes, but Dusty wasn't grooming Xavier to be in the top spot, so it's not something that Xavier should say to Cody.
But even then,
But
I disagree.
I'm just speaking to it from
disagree.
It's an obvious storyline there to talk about. That's all I was saying. The deep nature in which y'all breaking it down, y'all got it. I could care less. But I'm just saying, like, hey,
thanks,
you're gonna
BA.
bring up the Dusty thing. Y'all the ones trying to get
care.
all the locks on me. I'm like, whatever, y'all motherfuckers got it. I'm gonna go over here. It's just try to say, like, I agree with y'all.
When A-Dub removes his Samsung Galaxy 79 from the microphone.
Hey. You leave his Samsung Galaxy 113 alone, goddammit.
Until he saves Peach from Koopa. And we stop hearing it.
World 7.
All I'm getting at, again, that's how I look at it, the deepness and nature. Because if, again, like you said, you are representative of the general public. The general public doesn't have the idea that Dusty was behind these group of kids for real. Except for now that they're painting that picture for us. And now that they're painting that picture, those people who, the mainstream audience that do not watch NXT, which is why Vince was always trying to repackage and rebrand them, is now getting to get that story from here to there. So that's why I don't think it's low-hanging fruit. Low-hanging fruit to me is just like, oh, we know who your dad is. Let's just shit on your dad. It's easy.
And that's what I said.
That's what I mean.
Like, they could have taken that and just kept it, but they made it more interesting as far as the build goes by the way Roman came at him.
But I guess, and so I think there's it's semantics, but
yes, big
low hanging fruit
big time
versus obvious is a little bit different. The obvious nature of
tomato, my brother. You got it.
I'm gonna make ketchup with this nigga. He keep talking to me like he crazy.
I'm you wanna fight? Hey man, you got it, brother. You cooking?
But
I'm waiting for dinner. That's
I want some meatloaf. My meatloaf.
Mashed potatoes. Cornbread. No.
But again, I think I love the direction that they took it, and even how Roman played it. I think Roman and Cody took their time, and it built every bit of tension into this feud. And it was like, oh, the crowd is waiting, and the crowd wants to say something. They're kind of getting vocal, but they're just like, oh, okay, nope. Oh, here comes some hurting bombs this way. And I also disagree because I don't think it's getting more dastardly. I think it's actually more sportsmanship. That was the most civil you've seen Roman in quite some time.
That's a good
Roman
point.
says,
yes, he shook his hand. They were very civil. You're 100% correct.
I'm going to send my guys away. Does this make you more comfortable? And he said, oh, you don't. He's like, I mean, you shouldn't need them. I'm not a threat. And then that's when, like, they both kind of, it was the sportsmanship thing. And then it crossed into, and then he just left. He picked up his titles, walked away.
But that can't, but the sportsmanship for now, but next, I have a feeling when we're at the go home show, there's not going to be this whole sportsmanship.
Oh, we got 4 weeks, and Roman's going to start to, like, unravel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's coming.
I got something for you. So I'm going to book it out a little bit here. the reason why I agree Roman will probably unravel, but I don't think it's built on like sportsmanship. I just think he's being more civil because, again, he's like, look, I'm gonna beat your ass. You're not a threat to me. Blah 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 blah. And Cody is like, I'm not gonna be underhanded, but as you see, as we're gonna talk about as well, the other pieces of this bloodline story continues. And you got Sammy causing all types of disruption in the bloodline, so we were thinking, and how that plays into Solo and Kevin Owens going against each other on Raw, and all this other stuff that's playing into it, the multifaceted layer, and then what we ended up getting at Monday night. So I think those things is where I feel like maybe Roman might still be concerned with, perhaps, or will keep his other bloodline members occupied, where he's not going to be like, oh yeah, let's jump Cody, because it doesn't almost doesn't make sense to me in that regard.
Why are y'all jumping Cody? I get it.
Right, well, I don't think they can, because they're going to be too busy getting their ass beat by Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
I got a question for my bookies out there who's booking this out. When they have this match, and we've talked about it in the past, but do you think this will change to an undisputed tag team title match versus the Raw or SmackDown tag team titles? Like, they were kind of advertising them as just defending one at a time. So do y'all think that's going to change the undisputed scene, or are we still talking one brand's titles?
I think based on what you saw Monday, I think both tag titles.
Gotta be.
I'm thinking the same.
Gotta be.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Without
the same.
question.
You can't just do one brand. Like, you guys are fighting on both brands. Like, what does it matter at this point?
So, what else happened that was important on SmackDown? Anything?
Uncle Howdy
Uncle Howdy
or Bray
tried to
Wyatt
jump.
went into the truck. He pulled an Ashton Kutcher and put on his cool trucker hat and went into the production truck and
That was weird.
started doing weird Bray Wyatt stuff for our Uncle Howdy take.
I just don't get it. I don't
Uncle
get
Howdy
it.
tried to jump Bobby.
I love how like E-Ray is so out on this shit. I'm so in now. It was so the opposite
So
like
stupid.
4 or 5 months ago. This
So
shit is hilarious.
stupid. It's like,
If we ever go through like our podcast and do like an omnibus, like we're just like talks about like a topic that we just keep talking about, Bray Wyatt will be the first one, because we have all been all over the place with Bray as far as our feelings about that man and his character work. We have been on each side of the spectrum of liking and hating it. All of us. I don't know about Dub. Dub's kind of been swaying
I've been
more
in.
in the middle.
I'm in.
He sways.
I've been in.
This is you right here.
I've been
bro.
in.
All the way in. You ain't like.
Yeah, I've been in. Like, I'm on this roller coaster, and so we're gonna ride
I
this
am
one
too,
out.
man. Shit, I'm loving it. I just don't understand why Bobby. But I think that's because Brock refused to do it. He wanted Brock.
No,
first.
BA,
Brock
you wasn't in at
down.
first. You wasn't in when it was creeping up. When it got to the top and you saw the twists and the turns, and you got
I
to like
wasn't
watch the
here for
Hellraiser movie right there in the middle of the roller coaster, you was like, "Oh, okay, we all in on this."
I hated the White Rabbit shit
Because you saw the finish.
Hated it.
I was intrigued. I was like, oh, this is something. Now it's just nonsense. It's bullshit. It's chaos. This is exactly what I
can't wait till we
dislike.
talk about the Uncle Howdy segment from Raw, but we gonna stay on SmackDown for now. I got some things to say
E-Ray
about that.
wants his QR codes back, damn it.
I do. Because
You can
I'm
put your
like,
scanner away, sir. We're not getting those. for a
Uncle
long
Howdy
time,
was about to
hopefully.
get like, I don't know, all types of moves put on him, and then all of a sudden the lights turned off, and then
Yeah, that was Raw, right? That wasn't SmackDown.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
that was SmackDown.
This is dumb.
Oh, that was SmackDown.
Stupid. Oh, I hate it. I was
Bobby,
like, what is
Bobby
this?
showed up and wanted to smoke, and then Uncle Howdy came out, and then the
Uncle
lights
Howdy
went
was
out
giving
after
it
Uncle
to
Howdy
him,
realized
though.
he was about to get. No. Uncle Howdy was getting them hands.
Yeah.
I thought he was giving.
Go back
he
and
was,
watch
like,
that.
Scream.
No.
Look, you're so in on Uncle
Uncle
Howdy.
Howdy. I'm
You're
like,
rewriting the show.
Can he be a playable character on 2K23, please? 2K. I need that.
BA
Uncle
told
Howdy
Uncle Howdy he's rewriting SmackDown.
Facts. Like, this is trash. Yo, it's E-Ray, the quasi bad guy, the Diet Coke of evil, the side god of pod, and I'm here to tell y'all, come check out my show, Binge Flicks and Chill. You never know what you're gonna get, but we always talking some good shit when it comes to television and the latest movies. So we want to bring y'all in. We want to make sure you have a good time. You learn something, you laugh, you cry, you might stab a nigga or two. I don't know what you're gonna get, but that shit's popping. So come check out Binge Flicks and Chill. And it's me, E-Ray, and I'm out. But
that's too fun.
I shit you not. This is where I lost my care. I do not care. From there though, anything else? Any other good SmackDown reportings? There was a few things that I seen that were cool. I did really enjoy. Was it Rhea Ripley getting her shit off? That was cool.
She beat up Liv, was it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
I enjoy that.
Just Liv randomly challenged her on the digital exclusive. Like, that's
Sure.
so. I hate when they do that kind of stuff, but whatever.
It's Rhea
Can't always be stupid.
Bloody Ripley. That's her name now. She's bloody for some reason. I think she's on her period. Regardless, she's a monster, and I love it. So, great. Dame Dilly Doso, Dommy boy, whatever he's doing, I don't like anything that's happening. I keep asking
You're
why.
being worked.
I am
being
probably
worked.
because I'm asking why is Santos Escobar like a face, sort of?
Against them,
Because he's
I guess he
supposed
has
to
no
be for
choice.
Lucha Libre. Like, when it comes to Lucha Libre, Rey Mysterio is a god.
I get
And-
that, but he's coming in like a softie. He should be like, look, your son's a piece of shit. You need to grow some balls and put him down. That I can respect more than
I mean, I hear
someone
you,
needs to
but
punch him in the face.
I don't know. The way Santos kind of disrespected Dom right in front of Rhea and then hit her with the... I was like, oh, shit. That's still heelish. That's
Yeah,
still a heelish
that
way
was.
to do the babyface thing. And that's the thing. Like, and once this Ray Dom shit is over, Santos is right back to being a heel.
I hope so.
But in the face of like Lucha
That I'll
Libre,
give 2 weeks.
Santos is supposed to be the face there. I mean, I know that's deeper than rap type stuff, but that's just kind of how that has to book out.
Yeah, for that I'll give it 2 weeks. Other than that, anything else on SmackDown worthy of us discussing?
5 different guys' music played when they all decided they wanted IC title shots. So now we're getting that 5-pack challenge on SmackDown.
Yep, don't care.
I hate when they do stuff like that, man. It's like when we get to NXT, the whole
Yep.
open challenger thing with NXT,
Yeah.
or the North American title.
John
Awful.
Cena. Right. All right. Well, from there to Monday Night Raw.
You said the name, E-Ray. Can we just start right there? Can we just start right there? The man that a lot of people consider the GOAT made his return in his home arena. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about the 95-time WWE champion, BA, was in the building in Boston. No, I'm kidding. John Cena
Oh,
made his return.
Right.
well, damn.
He couldn't
And
see
before
him,
he
so
could get a
didn't
word
understand.
out, Austin Theory came out to interrupt him and demand his respect and challenge him to a match to Mania. And then,
The
guys,
unthinkable
we
happened.
retreated to John Cena's masterclass in promo work.
Man,
E-Ray, what did you think about that promo? And are you excited for this match? Give me your thoughts. Give me your thoughts.
Am I excited? No. I think John Cena's in full Hollywood mode. He doesn't even look like John Cena no more. He just looks like
incredible shrinking
elderly
man.
white man. He looks like John Bradshaw Cena. Like he's just old. And I was
Great
like,
name.
damn, that's crazy. But
He's just arms now. That's it.
and barely, those arms not even pulsating like they used to be. I was like,
He
man.
can still get a headband around his biceps. I saw that. I was
Lord.
like, that's ridiculous. Still, like,
Yeah, but just like when The Rock was doing the game plan, he is a much smaller version of himself, and that was the crazy thing. So I'll say this: when it came to seeing John Cena, it didn't make me excited for it. But when I heard the way that John, because again, I was looking for the very typical angle. You want to challenge me? Da, 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 da. Didn't do it that way. Said no. That's the most player shit ever. No.
that shit was great.
You guys
Next
want to see
level.
me go as him? No. You're not ready. This isn't for you. Everybody hates you because they don't believe in you because you don't believe in you. It's like, oh shit. He still got it. He flubbed a couple words every once in a while, but it's still, the essence was very much John. And I'm like, I'm with it. So the promo felt good. I think the excitement for me with pro wrestling, particularly with these big matches for WrestleMania, is that I want to know when it's like, I don't know who's going to win. I feel like there's no way that John Cena's winning. So it kind of takes a little bit away from my excitement. That's why I can't get excited for him, because I'm like, oh shit, John Cena gonna be around and he's gonna be giving open challenges for the next 6 years. It's not happening. So it just depends, like, how does it happen? It's more so where I gotta find my intrigue level. But John Cena's not winning, so it doesn't really. And I knew John Cena's actually going to wrestle him. That's gonna happen. But I just wanted to know what angle were they going to take for this promo, which I enjoyed how John Cena decided to go. John Cena has been doing some really good promo work, like every time he comes back, with some interesting ways to go about it. So I thought that was the part that I really liked. But I mean, am I excited for the match itself? I don't know. No ball spot John. Ball spot John's not my guy. Hair John Cena.
So BA, I'm assuming you think John's gonna lose this match too.
Not necessarily. Like I think E-Ray's getting sucked into the machine a little too much with how he's looking at it. Just knowing, clutching his pearls again. Just knowing how these things play out in booking, and knowing he's away from it and he's part-time now, and I get all of that, but I'm also like, I'm thinking about our show last week and how we talked about this, and what does Cena get from that win, which is where I get where you're coming from, E-Ray. But also in the same token, like the way he was talking in that promo, like he sold me like I can't really see him losing to Theory in that same breath.
Yeah, I'm kind of on that same thing. I'm like, the way he was talking in that promo,
like he was like, "I'm gonna squash you."
He probably shouldn't come back.
Yeah, so like, that's exactly how I felt. That's why I was like,
I'm like, yo, like if John loses this match, like that might be John's last Mania match.
Yeah, the way he laid it out there was like, bruh, if I lose to you, I don't need to be wrestling. That's where I was like, that's a little different sauce than I thought he was gonna have as far as the energy on this.
I think y'all getting worked.
I think you getting worked.
How? You think John Cena, who got 18 movies? I don't know who has more movies on up and coming, John Cena or Batista.
Does he? All I see him is in the commercials. Y'all know y'all plugged into the coming soon shit more than I am, but from a booking standpoint, they playing with fire is all I'm saying. Because how do you come back from that?
They gotta sell it. Just like when he came back and fought Roman again. And he's like, Roman, you gotta be perfect for this time. I only gotta be perfect for 1, 2, 3. And was he?
But the
no
difference, E-Ray, we
No.
all, I mean, I can say I knew Cena was losing that match because Roman Reigns. That's why. Why would Roman lose?
And they were in the process of building Roman into an all-timer in this run.
Correct. Cena was there strictly to get squashed. Strictly.
Early in the Austin Theory story. Early.
And it's for the U.S. title too. That's what makes me even like weirder about all of this. Like,
as they're building the mid-card titles to the moon. And they got 2 dominant champions.
So Big Match John being a challenger further solidifies, damn, you beat one of the most prolific U.S. champions in history, Austin Theory.
And then that just rocket.
But then that puts this tombstone over John Cena's head. As far as like...
Here, let me give something more to you, E-Ray. Backlash is in Puerto Rico, someplace they haven't been in like 10 years for a pay-per-view, maybe even longer. I wouldn't be shocked if they brought John out for that. John holding that U.S. title in Puerto Rico, Theory take him off him then. Like that's my thing. Like John's lost too many matches in big spots.
Yeah,
and like
as of recent,
and the way you add that with the way he spoke in his promo, I'm like, yo, John ain't losing this match.
That's
I
how
can't
I felt.
see it.
Call me a mark.
Can't see it.
But I felt it.
I'll say this: neither one of us are wrong for how we're thinking. I love how y'all are thinking. I hope y'all right, because that would pop me and I would be excited. But that's the thing; it feels so much like John Cena just comes back to lose now, kind of like every other old guy. There's like
that's where this feels different. That promo is what made it different to me, man.
That's called a good promo.
Because we're coming
you
from
gotta sell the show.
Cena sitting in the crowd waiting for Taker to show up, getting squashed by Taker, and then Bray Wyatt sending him to the Phantom Zone, and then him coming back at SummerSlam only to get demolished by Roman Reigns.
Yep.
Those are huge losses. Like what's the point of him coming back if he's just going to keep losing?
Because he still has cachet. He still has the John Cena. So when you say you beat John Cena, he's doing the job. He's putting people over. When's the last time The Rock won?
When he beat John Cena.
His last match.
Yeah.
And then like a couple years later, he showed up and beat the Wyatt family in 10 seconds.
Ridiculous.
That don't count.
Yes.
That was the bullshit. He
But
got
again,
WWE got massacred by
match.
But he's not going to keep showing up and losing. Like if he's gonna show up to these big ones, he has to take a victory every so often. Like
I agree with that.
Brock has been showing up to the big ones for a while, and Brock has taken a loss or two.
I agree with that, but I hope
keep
that
showing up and losing.
I agree 1,000%, and I'm hoping that is how it ends up happening. But I'm just scared that it may not be that way. So I'm perfectly open to it being that way, but we will see. Something else that we are now guaranteed to see: Logan Paul and Seth Rollins. How did y'all feel about Logan Paul dropping our beloved drip Seth with that one punch knockout? Did it? I guess before I put any input in there, I want to hear y'all's complete thoughts. Then I'll unload.
I want to shout out to Seth Rollins for selling that punch.
Mm-hmm. God bless that man.
I would have made him swing at me again. Like, we're not doing this.
I would have done.
We're not doing this.
Prove it. Okay, I'll sell that.
Like, no, we're not doing this.
Y'all some haters. He's not even a knockout brother. He's only had one boxing match and he lost. Why are they selling? He got hands.
I don't
He's just
know.
a natural talent. He's a freak athlete, but he ain't got hands like that.
He about to be going to jail soon too, allegedly. For some crypto stuff. I got a whole story about that. Yes. Logan Paul leaked into my 9-to-5 life. I'm like, that man about to do time. That's why he's here. Got it. Okay, makes sense.
He's trying to wash his money.
Right, making money.
No, he sold a bunch of some crypto stuff that he hasn't delivered on yet, and people like, and he don't got nothing. So, yeah.
Yeah, Pokemon cards.
Oh snap! So now I know Seth about to win this match because Logan has no leverage. He just there for the check. Check clear. All right, stomp my head in.
Yeah, he can't win. He cannot beat Seth Rollins. This is another one that I'm like, but this is the difference. In this one, it's not that I'm scared or that I don't care. It's like I'm excited about how it happens. everyone knows that Seth needs to win this, or he should win this. If he doesn't, it's not even gonna be. It wouldn't be that bad, but it would be pretty bad.
It'd be bad.
It's like, yeah, and I was like, Seth is the guy, so you can't do that to him. But I just want to see the match because I know they're gonna pull out some crazy stuff, and I think in this type of match they're gonna have some range because he's an athlete. That buckshot lariat is pretty damn elite, pun intended. It's just like I need to see something dope, and I think they're gonna bring it. So I'm perfectly fine with that. That's a match that like easily sold for me. Like I love this. I'm gonna love watching this. But watching Seth get dropped by a Logan Paul punch was like I would have rather see him get hit by the lariat. Honestly, I thought
that punch was so weird looking.
Yeah, because it's like, wait a second,
so unnatural.
But well, I mean, the punch was a good phantom little punch. It was just the fact that hold up, if Seth Rollins can get knocked out by a punch from Logan Paul, why not a punch that KO throws, or a punch that Brock Lesnar throws, or Bobby Lashley, or the people?
Yep.
To me, that was the disconnect. It's like he's not a real boxer. He's had one match. It's his brother who's the one who's knocking people out. So it just would make sense to me. Correct. Buckshot lariat or some type of. He tried to stomp him. That was good, but something like that. I think that would work better for me. But that minor things. I'm gonna watch this match and really enjoy it regardless. So there's that.
That's fair.
What else we got, Dub?
So, check this out, guys. Instead of getting a women's tag match at Mania where Ronda gets those women's tag belts, we are getting Lita, Trish, and Becky Lynch versus Damage Control. First of all, I want you guys to thank me for putting it in the atmosphere that Ronda was going to win the title, so they decided to swerve away from what I figured out that was happening on the card.
Thank God.
Second,
I
want you guys to tell me how much you don't care about this match at all. BA, because I can see the look on your face of just pure disappointment in this entire booking situation.
Yeah. If this match is night one, like the other match I thought was gonna be the smoke break, if it wasn't Yams involved in this match, this would be the smoke break match. Lucky I want to see the Yams involved, at least some of them. But yes,
Can I get to the Yams?
Trish and Bailey. That's all I need.
That's the only thing that's keeping me in the house on that one. Outside of that,
show me the way.
I'd be like,
'cause I got bills.
who matching?
Can I get to the Yams? All right, sorry.
Yeah, I'm curious, but not
It's
really.
such a whatever match. This is like honestly, the Jackass match from last year.
Oh no, that Jackass match from last year.
That was hilarious.
Before though, you were not that high on it, and nobody was that high on it going.
No. Over deliver, under promise.
Yes.
They over deliver.
Absolutely. So I have the same sentiments going into this match.
But
like,
this one, I don't even see how it could be good because I do not like Lita. I have made it. Lita is.
My girl can't even headbang anymore, man. She might fucking throw her neck out the socket. She was like,
This is only her second ever WrestleMania match.
That's a crazy fact. No one would ever have thought that.
I saw that and I was like, damn. But then I thought about the era when she was in. I was like,
Yeah, that was heavy. The bra and panties era. If she wasn't getting in the bra and panties match, she wasn't gonna be on WrestleMania.
Huh? First one was WrestleMania 18. I believe it was her against Trish.
Gotcha. Okay, well, there's that. Yeah, I'll watch it. I honestly probably would have preferred if they just gave us Ronda and them versus Crazy Enough. Because it's like this is a nothing match. Like, what is this?
Yeah, at least that's something. I get you.
Yeah, it just feels like why?
It is
like because y'all want to get Trish on. Oh, you want to put Trish on the card? Gotcha. Okay.
Yep, this is your nostalgia match.
And I'm okay with that.
WrestleMania has legends involved. This is your legends match, and they're both in the Hall of Fame, though, right? They're both Hall of Famers, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Okay, I thought this was just.
Have they even announced the Hall of Fame stuff yet this year?
No, they have not, and it's the Friday before Mania.
Nuh-uh. They usually announce them like slowly but surely until Mania. Like they'll hear
usually.
like 1 or 2 each week.
No, but like
leading
the
up to Mania.
ceremony's that Friday.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Oh, yeah.
At least that's what I was saying. Like, and they haven't announced anybody yet.
Oh, I got you. My
Yeah,
bad.
so that's-
I don't know if they're gonna announce
Yeah,
a whole
BA
class.
coming in so hot.
I'm just saying, like it's.
We gotta have
it's
to talk
time,
to BA's
guys.
wife. He needs to unwind. He coming on his pod too hot. Look,
Compound.
Look, he's
of
sassy.
Poundtown.
Look at him. Yeah.
whatever.
I don't like
Whatever.
this heel turn.
Right, I don't
for
like
BA,
this
man.
sassy BA. Bring back.
This nigga got a home. This nigga got a home now.
Oh, I know,
all
right?
sassy
He in a
and just
mansion
like,
talking shit to. Nigga, you got a Picasso in your house. You think you gonna talk to us any kind of way? Hell no.
Can we bring back homeless BA?
All right. Respectful BA that sitting there potting from Granny's closet.
Guys, can you
Yeah,
hear me?
loft BA. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Shut up, Brian. Oh, okay.
That's all.
The Loft BA era is long over. It was a great run, but now we are in Compound of Poundtown BA.
Completely
Hey.
different vibes. We gotta give him. We gotta figure this guy out. We're gonna have to give him the high low, like take him down. I hit him with a
Damn, how
hardcore
low
clothesline.
That's just illegal.
Yeah, we gotta take you down. Gotta take you
Messed
down
up,
a pig. But yeah, I don't know that this doesn't really interest me that much, honestly. But they're building
I'm just
to
glad
it. So
that
there's
Damage
that.
Control is getting on the card. Like, not Bailey, but EO and Dakota are getting on the
Yeah.
card because they put in the work and they deserve the spot.
Yes.
Which I was worried they weren't gonna get the spot like at all.
Right,
So,
and that's what
I'm
I was
just happy
like.
for them, honestly.
That's true. I'll
Maybe
take
that's
that.
the reason why this is happening.
Because
like this.
didn't they actually debut last WrestleMania?
Damage Control? No, I think that was SummerSlam.
No, last SummerSlam.
Yeah,
Was
SummerSlam.
it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Bailey came out during the women's title match.
Ah, okay.
At the very end, we were
I knew
like,
it was,
oh,
it was
shit,
something
Bailey's
big.
back.
I couldn't remember though. Yeah, that's right. Because I wasn't there. Oh, yeah, you got me. Sorry, that was an unintentional flex. I apologize. I just remember I was like, oh, I watched them come out. That's right, it wasn't. Got it. Other than that, there's the huge elephant in the room.
That's it. That's all that's left.
Is that
I mean, Edge speared Balor again. Okay, whatever.
Karrion Kross still has hair?
Yes, he does.
Oh,
That's
wait. No, we are forgetting some things. Otis.
Oh yeah, that's coming. The breakup is on its way.
I'm into it. I
low key am too. I'm
great.
curious about Maximil Model Otis.
I love them. They are hilarious.
I think adding Otis in that mix is gonna make that shit like it's gonna put it over completely.
The way what's his name? Not Marseille, but
Mansoor.
Mansoir went off on Baron Corbin. I cried.
Yeah,
Called him a trilogite. I had to look that shit up.
Troglodyte. Look, you can't even say it. Damn it! What happened to
the fuck
that
happened?
education? He called him a hermaphrodite. I don't know.
Jesus.
Damn it! What's that word?
Hermaphrodite.
Troglodyte. Yes, he
Was it the
definitely
80s?
called him a. He definitely called him a Cro-Magnon man, and I was like, "Wow, that's hilarious." And then the way Marseille just screamed at him, "Oh, ew." That shit is gold, man. I was like, something's up with this. This is funny. So that works for me. I
They could
really
just
love
get
their
them off
gimmick.
YouTube and get them on the shows like they've been nightly little segments like that. That's all they
But
need.
you just gotta let it build. It gotta build somewhere. So they're honing in those characters because at first it was weird. Now they know those characters. So
I
it's
think the fact they
working.
got LA Knight out of there because we were. I think I
Yeah.
forget myself. I was so upset seeing him in that stable. Now those two plus the chick, it all makes sense.
Both things I think are
And then throwing
vastly
Otis
accurate.
in there, it's gonna really put it over.
I think it is. I think it'll be so funny. But
And King of the Ring gonna be over in Saudi Arabia, so you know Mansoir's Undertaker over there, baby.
oh yeah,
Oh,
coming
he's
back.
got- and he's
But
got a
he ain't
real
gonna be able to do
gimmick
that type of stuff.
I
You
don't
gonna
know.
have to.
Right.
you have to-
They gotta see Mansoor. They gotta see. Is it Mansoor or Mansoor?
Oh, it's gonna be the return of Mansoor for one night only. Like Magic Mike's last dance, Mansoor's last match.
I was just gonna say on the card, Mansoor's last match.
Right.
Where's he going? Don't worry, he's going to America and doing Western things.
That's a Western things. Okay.
Selma Hayek come out of nowhere. Flash. Like Mansoor wins. And then everybody, bad things happen. But outside of that, I really enjoyed that. I really actually am enjoying the build to the new character of Ali versus
I love it so much.
Versus our guy who never wins except for when he won the title when I was there.
Dolph.
Yeah. Ziggler, the Zig Man, the Zig Master, Ziggy Zimba. I'm really liking Ali's new character. He is turning into the wrestling version of Logan Paul, and it's great. It's like hashtag this, hey, positivity, hashtag this. It's so funny, and it's actually like annoying, but in a good way because he can actually talk. And he can wrestle. I'm like, I like everything you're doing right there.
I was sick of him getting his ass whooped every week for no reason at all. So this is a step in the right direction.
Right, and it's a real character because oftentimes he was just like, I'm just a guy for some reason.
I'm just gonna complain how I don't get any shots, and then I'm gonna get a shot and get my ass kicked off the TV for 2 weeks, and then I'll be back in your face to get my ass kicked again for gone for another 2 weeks.
And Dolph Ziggler, while he's trying to do other things, is like he's just a pest. And it's so funny. So I'm enjoying that. But that aside, we've kind of covered everything else. Judgment Day stuff is still Judgment Daying, Edge, blah blah blah, whatever. It's happening. But the thing of the evening was most definitely Sami Zayn, Jimmy Uso, and then Jay shows up.
Decisions were made.
Yes, I felt like Vince Russo booked this. This is some of these goddamn swerves.
It was like As the World Double Turns.
Yeah, man.
I was like,
all we were missing was something on the pole. I would have been like, this is absolutely
Victor.
Vince
Was
Russo.
it Victor?
Oh, Victor. Days of our lives.
Yeah,
Days of our bloodline.
Right. It was crazy. So they did everything, played it so close to the vest. They had Jimmy talking. Jay comes out of the crowd. He stands up. Jimmy loses the match. Then Jay comes in, grabs the shirt. You think he's about to rip the shirt off of his body. Like, man, this bloodline, it's me and you.
It's not too late, Jimmy. It's not too late.
And I'm like, oh, snap. And then he's like, all right, man. And he just walks out. But Sammy is there. And then he looks at Sammy. And then you're like, oh. And he's like, and then Sammy said, Jimmy, it's not too late. It's not too late. And then they throw up the ones. Oh, my gosh. Sammy and Jay embrace the hug of all hugs. And you're just like, at least that's what I did. My whole body just was screaming with like just rejoicing, happy. Everybody was like saying, "Let's get Uzi." Crowd was going crazy. And then it lingered, and I was like, "Oh gosh, I got a bad feeling in my stomach." It didn't just turn off right there. Next thing you know, Jay took one step back, and that thrust kick forward clapped Sammy, dropped him, and then he commences to scream in his ear. You thought I would choose you?
This family shit.
Holy shit. It's like when a chick thought she had the dude, and he was like, I'm not going against my family. My mom don't like you. I know you're a bad one, but no. And then he left her on the side of the road. Sammy was just befuddled. Jay grabbed him up, threw him in the ring to the Wolves, and Solo appeared out of nowhere because he's just a silent enforcer with a spike. He's just a psychopath. And then right when you're like, oh, he's about to get killed, who comes out to save him? No, not Kevin Owens. Cody, American Glory Rhodes.
Super babyface.
Sami Zayn is in trouble. Hit my music one more time.
And he ran. He didn't wait and do his moves. He didn't let the pyro explode while Sammy gets murdered.
Thank God.
He ran in there with hard bottom shoes on. I'm Cody Rhodes. I run a 440.
In a three-piece suit.
I'm here to save the day.
The biggest neck tattoo.
Yeah, it was
You
great.
give it all away. Give it all away. I gotta save Sammy.
And he did. And I could do nothing. Once again, we're trying to save the Koopa. What are we doing with this phone deal?
In the castle.
He just can't. He just doesn't understand. Apparently, Dub's phone is a nuclear weapon. It's melting his brain, but also
Ukraine tried to acquire it to help them out in the war against Russia. Dub said no.
I was pulling back up the list
to
here
mess
to
up
make
the
sure we didn't forget it. We didn't forget anything. But anyways,
No, we just forgot Samsung's inferior product that explodes in your face.
You know what? Goddamn it, we're gonna have a whole podcast about this discussion. I'm sick of the blasphemy.
I know we're never
I
doing
know.
it, but it
It
sounded
sounded good though, didn't it?
But yes, that double turn was everything. I popped. I double popped. It was like, oh.
So much.
Oh wait, I'm still hard. Oh.
so many pops. So many pops.
Don't touch me.
That's pop.
Right.
Just all the
Yes,
pops.
pop. My cap gun was definitely fully loaded. It was amazing. Guys, how did you
Let
feel
me
about
ask you guys this question about this turn. So people are theorizing online that Jay only made this turn to save Jimmy from the wrath of that sociopath that they call a cousin. Because Roman said in very explicit terms,
now that's deep.
it's all Jimmy's fault. I'm not blaming this on Sammy. I'm blaming it on Jimmy. And Jay was tortured by that man for a year and a half, so he doesn't want his brother to go through that. So BA, I asked you this question.
Kiss?
Am I my brother's keeper?
Yes, I am. As G Money said. Yes, I am. Before he got shot by Nino. Bruh. I'm just like, that's some fucking deep diving. Talk about some White Rabbit stuff, Uncle Howdy shit.
Facts.
Where
That's
are these
exactly what I
marks
was
digging that shit from? I don't think the writers are that good. They're good, but fuck, them dudes are Ibby if we getting that deep with it.
But let's be real. We know the story. It's always been about Jay. And
Right,
where
but-
they're getting to is Jay versus Roman at some point.
I feel that, but I don't think that he saved him because of that. I think he's like, look, it's family, like my family, and not necessarily Roman,
Correct.
but Roman gonna keep bitching them out, and that's where they're gonna have their
That's the
own
final
snapping
straw.
point.
Correct.
But Sammy
Well, yeah,
is
that's
just
my point. That's
he's
the
just bringing
whole
it
point.
to life.
Jay is saving Jimmy from Roman's wrath because Jimmy is the family. But Jimmy's gonna keep saying like, "No, you got to choose this whole thing." And Jay's like, "No, this motherfucker is a sociopath who's been gaslighting me for 3 years straight." And then that's when this breakdown is gonna happen.
I disagree.
Is Jay's just gonna get sick of it? But at the end of the day, he's always gonna stand with his brother. Always.
I see Jay
even to protect him from Roman, because again, Roman's been torturing Jay for 3 straight
I see
years.
it differently. I think I still gonna go with Jay trying to protect his brother, and like literally is like it's family. We take, but then Roman is gonna keep pissing him off, and not like, oh well, I just did this for you and blah blah blah. But no, he literally was like, look, I chose y'all, but you keep pushing me. I'm just as good. I'm this and that. And then what's gonna happen is Roman is going to send Jimmy against Jay, and Jimmy's gonna have to take that L because main event Jay Uso don't lose, and then that's how you build. He's gonna have to take them out one by one. First Jimmy, then Solo to get to Roman, and that's gonna be how they completely conclude the bloodline stuff. And then he's gonna tell his brother they're gonna have this emotional break, and something's gonna happen like that. I don't know. I can't see all the future. I can't see all the cards
I don't
yet.
even think we getting that far. I think Roman gonna just shit on him. He gonna be like, "You didn't want to be in this family. You not allowed back
Get
in."
out.
Type shit. Yes, that's
Ooh.
how I think. I think that's how this is all gonna play out.
That would be
Especially if they lose them tag team titles at WrestleMania. So
Oh, they're losing those.
I think that's what is. I think that's gonna be more the tone. It's like you messed up our bloodline by not trusting it. Now you want back in, and now you lost the tag team titles for the family. Jay, you gotta go. And that's when they gonna make a choose. Maybe they make Jimmy choose or something. I don't know, but
Jimmy choose.
right, Jimmy choose.
This ain't just speaking rich people talk. You know, I think they'd be Gucci.
Oh.
You know,
Oh.
if not, I changed the
BA.
Chanel.
BA,
What? It's channel,
Yeah,
bro.
you just unlocked something. You just unlocked something here. My booking brain. If they make Jimmy choose, no pun intended, they do it the Monday after Mania.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I'm not even throwing my dick on the table right now. I'm just saying, hey.
I hope not. That's a
Jimmy
brand new
choose.
table, pal.
Hey,
Relax.
gotta get
Just
Crystal.
got to-
Chop
just
chop
got
your
this
big
table.
B.
Calm down.
But there's that. Guys, I feel like we got one more thing to cover.
Yep.
Do y'all have the energy to cover?
Oh, we got it. I got it in me.
Well, you want to take lead on this? W Zane.
Absolutely, buddy. NXT Roadblock, ladies and gentlemen. The now annual stop before stand and deliver. Solid card. You know, nothing groundbreaking. I do think they kind of set the bar too high for themselves when they had Dolph show up and take that belt off of Braun Breaker,
Facts.
aka E's favorite moment of the past 35 years of his life.
Facts.
But again, not a bad card. Started off with D'Angelo and Stacks, 2 dimes, 4 nickels, taking on Dijak in the jailhouse street fight that unfortunately did not end any of the ways we tried to book out last week. Tony D'Angelo won.
With a crowbar.
Guys, is it weird to see Dijak just keep getting these premium live events and losing?
Yes.
Low key, yeah.
Okay.
Dude's too good to
thought
be
it was
taking
just
L's
me.
like this.
I'm
Too
like,
fucking good.
he lost to the Donna NXT. He could have definitely took a L. Like
I kind of want to sit HBK down and just have him watch all 915 Steven Seagal Hard Justice movies and explain to him, like, Steven Seagal don't keep losing these movies, bro. Like,
Right.
Steven Seagal don't
we
never
gotta do
take no
something.
L. He
Cobra
didn't
got
take
the
an L
guy
to
at
a
the end of
gun.
Cobra.
He gets shot. They start the movie, he's in a coma. Then they do flashbacks of him like beating the shit out of random Asian men, like he's John Moxley or something, throwing them around. And I was like, wait, what? Like, so how did he end up in a coma if he's so good? Oh, bullets. That's what happened. And he still didn't die. So therefore, I don't need that from Dijak. And I'm like, this feels awkward. This is weird. I didn't like it at all. Well, I didn't like the finale, but I think that is pretty much my assessment of the entire Roadblock pay-per-view. It was like, or premium regular event. I don't know what to even call it. Television
Regular.
spectacular.
Yeah.
Let's go.
extra
with that.
regular.
Yeah.
There you go.
USA spectacular.
So I'm like, oh shit, Dijak is gonna win. Tony D'Angelo and 5 nickels, 13 dimes, about tree fitty, whatever. Jumps
About
in
350.
jumps in between the cage. That was a good spot, and he gets crushed, but it doesn't close. Great. Then he's taking too much time. He gives him the feast your eyes. He turns around. Tony D'Angelo mysteriously, just like out of nowhere, summons a crowbar, like it's just in his Italian DNA or something.
Plugged in
I'm
his
like,
game genie and it just
like,
appeared.
Like upright, start. Cling, cling, and just beat the hell out of our man White Blade Heart Justice, Cobra, and then slammed the. I was like, so he got his finger broke last spectacular, and this time he just gets beat to hell with a crowbar. Like, damn. Well, what's next? And where does Tony D'Angelo go from here? So I'm like, I don't think he needed to win. That was just weird. So I don't know where he goes from here, but that was that outcome. I did not like it.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of that outcome either. He, like I said, Dijak has matches that are too high quality for those types of endings. As far as the match in general, completely out of my realm of mind that they would have brought a cage to the ring. I thought they would have had it more staged in the back. That's kind of what my mindset was. But
it's a shark cage. It's basically the shark cage.
Simple shark cage shit. So that was a little disappointing. I wanted some crazy backstage or cinematic nonsense to make fun of and laugh at. But it gave me a real match.
But they gave you a payoff right after that match because you got to see your boy Braun Breaker. And I know how much you love seeing him in his matching blues with the Creed brothers.
You 100% tripping. Dub got that Tyson pack. He wilding. Oh, and was that match right after that match? Yes,
right after.
It was right after?
Can I be honest? I didn't even watch that shit.
Yeah, I got up and walked away from my TV when that match was happening. It was entirely too long, too. It was I'm sure it was a quality match. All those guys can wrestle.
Are you?
I know.
I saw Indashir get rammed in the back, and I was like, I don't even care. I just walked away.
I think I saw Braun Breaker for the limited amount of time I watched spear like 6 times. Get a spear in like 6 times.
Spear 6 people, and there are only 6 people in the match, himself included.
Right. No, I'm saying like him do the move the spear. That's why I had to correct myself. I saw him throw the spear on at least like 6 times in about the 5 to 10 minutes. I was looking and peering at that match. But
what are you expecting him to do? Some tornado DDTs or
No, I'm not expecting him to have wrestling moves.
We expect him to have moves
outside of what he has now. But to E-Ray's
point,
his
repertoire.
I just didn't care.
This is Braun Breaker we're talking about, but pick up people, put them back down. That is his moveset.
Safely.
I'll be back next week.
Right. With my title.
That's it. Pick him up, put him back down. That's your whole moveset, kid.
Yeah.
Anyway. So nothing.
Did I miss anything?
You guys seem very deflated on that match.
Did I miss anything? I didn't see it.
No, you didn't. Didn't miss anything.
Indashir, which
you didn't miss anything because it's not going to lead anywhere.
Correct. That's what it was. It was a nothing match for almost nothing as far as. Now it wasn't. I wouldn't say it's a nothing event because it has a purpose. It's to get us to set up for Stand and Deliver. But to y'all point earlier, it just didn't live up to what was happening this time last year. It set things entirely too high.
Wait. What's the setup for Stand and Deliver from this match? Are you saying the Creeds are going to get a title match against, Gallus Boys on top?
No, that's pretty deadly. And Gallus are wrestling at Stand. That's obviously written in the stars how that's going to play out.
So then we get this match again. Sans Gender, Sans Braun.
Okay, now you're wearing the fucking Al Pacino gimmick now with the milk carton. You're devil's advocate. It's bullshit.
Nah, I'm Al Pacino and Dick Tracy. What are you talking about?
Oh, that scary looking dude he was. I can't remember his name. He looked scary as hell in that movie. But I say all that to say, everybody on this damn podcast knows that match did nothing for no one. Nobody got anywhere from that. It was literally the fill time. And then speaking of filling time, Braun Breaker brings his happy ass back out there again to call out Carmelo but we'd be like, I mean, at least they stated the obvious. Like, yeah, we all been waiting for this. Yes, we have been. But
but can we say they blew that too?
That's what I'm saying. Thank you. It was like y'all should have been had this, and y'all can't be like making it so obvious sounding like back in 2021, Shawn Michaels pulled you, Mello, and me, Brian, in the locker room and said, "This is our brand to take over." And look at we're here.
You remember that? I remember that. You remember that? Yeah.
It was such a nothing moment for that. Like, we know y'all supposed to fight, man.
Carmelo is
There's
too
different
good
ways
on the
to go
mic.
about this. Yes, man. To be having Braun Breaker lead a promo. What?
Yeah.
That won't happen again during this
It's
build.
Sean's
I can
fault.
guarantee that. Exactly. He was too busy worried about Grayson Waller appearance, I guess.
Which was also a nothing.
That was a
from
big
Shawn Michaels,
nothing. It's just to get Johnny Gargano back on NXT.
Which I didn't pop that hard for it, but
Because you just saw him on fucking Elimination Chamber going crazy. Like, you wouldn't, and it'd be different if you didn't see him in that match. You probably would have popped a little bit more, but we just saw him.
Nah,
and as a matter of fact, it made me think like, damn, they didn't think Johnny was really like everything that we said about it. That match came to fruition.
I would have popped more if somehow Johnny was in a triple threat versus Braun and Carmelo. That would probably be amazing. I don't care about him versus.
He's here to defend the honor of the great HBK.
Okay. I don't care. Like, I enjoyed the stiff jabs that Grayson Waller was getting in.
Oh,
and
yeah.
HBK was struggling
Quite
through
often.
those promos. You
he
they
can't
back
be
up the
vulgar
brakes truck
HBK.
to my car. And my house they know the address of my house.
He can't
All
HBK.
right, cool.
He can't have good promos anymore. He's too tired. He got too much to worry about running NXT. But even so,
I expected at least one super kick that I did not get.
His hip might come out of place, man. Who knows?
I want him to at least fake it.
Yeah.
He should have took a beat down from Grayson.
He should.
But then again, you
did a
can't beat down
fakie
Shawn Michaels.
where he should did a fakie where he was like, oh, and then Grayson Waller blocks, and then Johnny Gargano kicks him with the low kick, then catches him with it, and that would been great. Great moment. Send us home, but that promo was brutal to listen to. The Grayson Waller effect was another thing that just didn't hit for me. So where are we at? Like 3 matches, 3 segments that were all mid.
Then we got the grudge match after all of that stuff, but right before the Grayson Waller effect, GG and JC.
My baby GG.
JC
Nobody
Jane,
can put baby into a corner.
Superstar. Superstar.
Yeah, I say JC Jane just, even though GG won that match, and shout out, I didn't think that was gonna happen at all. I think JC Jane still looks like the bigger deal. The way she kind of ended the match, I was like, she looks like a star. She just, the way she's carrying herself.
I think she looked more like a star in the beginning of the match, because by the end of the match, I'm like, oh, you're that guy. Hey man, hold me back. Hey, no,
yeah.
you come over here. Please help me. Hold me back.
Please.
She's jumping up.
I'm asking nicely. Hold me back.
And I was like, that didn't have the same ferocity as that
I
side
think the
kick
thing about JC
to the
is
brain.
like she's at the peak of her skills. So when they try to add something new in, you're like, she can't do that yet. She can't do that just yet.
I mean, I think that
she's really good at this thing. She's gotten really good at this thing.
Nah,
when
I don't think it's that.
One little wrinkle, not yet.
I think it was more so a combination of not knowing where the camera shot was, as well as possibly trying to be a little bit safer than when she brutalized Gigi's face when she kicked her ass mule kicked her through a door. So I think that was like a little bit of both, but either way, that's fine.
It was a quick match too.
Nothing. It did seem pretty fast.
It was pretty fast.
We're just trying to
keep
keep the phone
so
away from the pod to blow it up.
My phone is nowhere near the mic right now.
Lies. I see you looking at it. My phone is.
Yeah, it's over here where it has
Mom,
been.
Like,
because I'm checking.
What are you watching on your phone? Nothing. I'm doing my homework. So
I'm checking the card to make sure we didn't miss anything. Calm down.
We didn't miss anything, but
you want to talk about Joe Gacy and Chase? No?
Chase U.
That kind of had no heat.
Fun and awful at the same time. I love it.
Yeah, there's no juice in that match for real. It felt like.
I won't say that. I enjoy it for what it is. I don't know what they're gonna do with Schism, but I honestly enjoy
they know
Chase
what they're
U.
gonna do with Schism.
Chase U is just fun. It works, but it feels like it's coming to interesting end. And then I also like where they're going with Tyler Bate being this like Buddha. Like, hey, I'm all about enlightenment. And like that's just some funny shit. Like I see characters developing out of like what's going on now, and I'm not mad at those things. But yeah, I don't care about the Schism thing. Chase U lost again, which is pretty typical. Lastly, the main event:
Roxanne Perez versus the final boss, Meiko Satomura. So all we knew about this match coming into it was that it meant that Roxanne was getting a week or two off of television afterwards. Because boy, Meiko works stiff. I liked the match for what it was.
I did. I liked the match, hated the ending, but I understand it. So it's like
you hated how Roxanne got the pin, or did you
Yes.
hate when like she just died at the end?
no. I hated the pin. The die at the end made the roll up much more tolerable. It's like, okay.
Okay, fair.
You survived, but I was like, I don't want to see a champion win off a roll up. Like,
That's
ew.
fair.
And then, it just didn't feel right. But then her catching all these axe kicks to the brain, her just doing it was like so many moves. It's kind of like when you first get a fighting game and you go to practice. And you're controlling one person. The other thing just is the computer, just taking the most abusive beat downs while you learn next. And then they finally just get back up. Like, okay, more please. That was Roxanne Perez. Like, all right, I'm up again. And it was like she tried to do pop rocks and got murdered. Then she caught another axe kick to the brain. She has a brain bleed. Like it was just brutal, and it was hilarious, and I enjoyed it. She tried to do a sunset flip, and Meiko was like, no, that's not happening. Axe kick to your brain again. It was so many
that Scorpio Rising axe kick she does
so
just
good.
Looks insane.
And not to mention Roxanne sold it great twice. I was like, oh, it looked like she landed on her brain. And then I can say brain 8 more times for this match, because it felt like every single one of her moves should have came with one of those Mortal Kombat 10 X-ray things. All the fucking extra crunchy and shit. It was crazy. So I enjoyed all of that. And then at the end, she gets a sneak roll up and she survives. And they're like, ah. And I thought Meiko might be like, all right, motherfucker, that's it. Mule kick. And it's just like go evil on her. She did not. She has honor. And then fucking Roxanne just fell out. And it was like, oh shit. And Book took off the shit. He got in there. He sold it. Great job by Booker T. And yeah, that was how it ended. And it was like, oh shit. Is Roxanne Perez okay? Great cliffhanger. Great way to keep her off TV for a little bit until Stand and Deliver, or get closer to Stand and Deliver, and kind of see what they want to do. If they want to have her now lose to Tiffany Stratton, or if they want to get Zoe Stark in there, or if they want to have they were like, oh no, legitimate, she's hurt, so let's get her off TV for a while and then have a whatever. It's so many options now, it opens up, but I wasn't mad at it. I really liked her attire.
So,
I love Roxanne.
BA, between the contenders coming up, we got Tiffany Stratton making her feelings known about it. Valkyria, or however the fuck you say that.
Valkyria.
There you go. Zoe Stark is making her claim for that women's title match at Stand and Deliver. So
Nikita
I'm asking
Lyons
you first,
making her ass
why
drop.
is it gonna be a one-legged Nikita Lyons?
I hate you, Dub.
Twerking with the title on her ass, like bop, 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 bop,
right,
off beat.
Wearing it how Kofi be
Where are
wearing
you
the title
dancing
sometimes with the belt part on that. Yeah. Lord,
The
have
beat be
mercy.
escaping her, but she got. Never mind. Anyway, what you say?
He was just going to explain to us why the one-legged Nikita Lyons is going to be the challenger. Go ahead, BA. The floor is yours, sir.
Huh? What?
We know who made you.
See, man, excuse me.
Uh-huh.
Let me collect myself. I'm afraid to speak on this subject because the young lady who I think is going to take over this division, or at least become the featured heel of it, is Tiffany Stratton. Like I said last week, she's got it as far as since she went and got some things done. It gave her some confidence to seize, or gave the people booking this confidence in her to really lean into this gimmick she came in the door with, as far as just being this kind of like know-it-all, like not goody two shoes, but just kind of spoiled rich girl type of stuff she's doing. It's gonna be even better. I think this is gonna help us finally get to that place with Roxanne where she's not just happy-go-lucky champ anymore. She's gonna come back, because I'm sure Tiffany Stratton is gonna be talking mess while she's gone away, and she's gonna come back with some heat for her. Hopefully we'll see some development.
I guarantee you Roxanne is going to come back with a promo, if it is in fact Tiffany Stratton, going to look at her like, are you willing to die for this, Tiffany? Because I am, and I did. So it's like, Roxanne's heart stopped for like 3 seconds, so she was legally dead. Like, however they want to make it up, they're going to make it seem like Roxanne is just willing to die for this. But BA, I want to ask you, do you think they should pull the trigger and put the belt on Tiffany? Stand and deliver?
Not yet.
Okay.
This gives Roxanne a formidable foe that can be somebody that she continues to like fight with. Maybe drop the belt in the future, like she drop it to Tiffany Stratton in the future. But it's still low key too early for that to happen. Right at Stand and Deliver. Roxanne has to build her story of being a champion holder, and I think it would make the bookers look bad in the back if they just immediately ripped this title off of her that they just threw on her after the whole Mandy debacle. So I think they have to keep it on her.
So E-Ray, with that being said, at what point do they pull that belt off of Roxanne, and then why do they put it on Zoe Stark in your opinion?
Man, honestly, because they murdered Wendy Chu.
Shout out to the NXT parking lot.
I would say Nikita Lyons is hopping and gimping around, so there's that, and she's not ready yet either. Sol Ruka, great talent, but also not ready yet.
Snatch more souls.
Yeah, there's only so many people that are left. And I think
the only one.
Right, it's like Highlanders. So I think the only people left is got to be Zoe Stark. And depending on how they say, okay, Zoe Stark just challenges her somehow, or whatever the case may be, they have like a little battle royale woman's number one contender or some shit. Some goofy in the next like 2 weeks. So be it. I'm not mad at it. It's no like. The only person I see ready besides Mako, who she just beat, would be Zoe Stark. And I think Zoe can take advantage of, and she can really like I think when she gets that title, she's going to really start talking her shit and go ultra instinct heel mode. And I would love that. But I think Tiffany Stratton is becoming somebody that you need to have on TV. I don't think she's ready for the title, but she's definitely a character that we want to see on TV, because it's Tiffany Epiphany's, her opening up Roadblock.
That was just money.
It was really good.
Well placed.
Loved it.
But guys, I think that is all we have in this mega sized episode of Let Me Book the Territory. Dub, tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me in
St. Louis, where the guns play and rain all day.
Rolling on the
Where you can find me is in these streets, and especially in these streets after tomorrow with a freshly trimmed beard using my beard trimmer provided to us by our good friends at Manscaped. Fellas, let me tell you about this beard trimmer. It gets me right. I never go home without a number or something after I use that beard trimmer. Sometimes I go out without it, and I'm just out there looking scruffy, looking dangerous, looking like I'm from where I'm from, if you will. The conditioner's got me right. It's keeping me moisturized in the beard area at all times, and they just get you right. So, fellas and ladies out there, get something for your guy. I know it's past Valentine's Day. It's fine. Get something for your man anytime. Right. Use the code Territory. Go to manscaped.com and use the code Territory for 20% off. We looking out for y'all because y'all look out for us. We see the numbers and we know y'all love us. We watch the TV shows weekly and we know they listen to us. So we trying to help them out too and help y'all out. Territory. Manscaped.com. Get you a beard trimmer, get you some beard shampoo, get you some conditioner. If you rock some beard balm, get that too. They got stuff for your nether regions as well. So you can be passionate for some action. And
all that good
but other than that, guys, if you're looking for me outside of being in these streets, I'm at ADUB1220 on Twitter and IG. Hit that follow button, and I promise I will mess up your algorithm with nothing but lovely ladies and hot wrestling takes and overreactions about the Detroit Lions. Other than that, new episodes of Embrace the Turn Up every Tuesday, and that's where you can find me.
That's so impressive, Dub. They call this guy Young Saddleface, and that's for a reason. Shout out to Manscaped for that. BA, let them know where they can find you.
As always, y'all cannot find me on Facebook. You absolutely can't find me on TikTok. Why the hell would you find me on Instagram? No way in hell you gonna see me on Snapchat and individually on Twitter. But you will always see me and the fellas on occasion running the illustrious Twitter pod handle at Let Me Book Pod. E-Ray ain't gonna get it in. I see him try to squeeze it in. Nope. Not happening today. Yes, that's where you can find me running that Twitter handle, not tweeting about females, just wrestling, because that's what I'm here to do, is to just talk wrestling. Anything else, I can't vouch on. And outside of that, with Manscaped, on top of that, ladies, it does not have to be a holiday to get your man something. And fellas, it does not have to be a holiday to get your lady something. So keep that in mind. If you want to
get your girl Manscaped.
Hey, women groom too.
Yeah.
So and some of these products are for women. There we go. Hey, you want to get in there real quick? That's awesome. But my point is just to say, I'd say get in there. You made the sound, man. I was just following up the sound. Anyways, I was just saying it doesn't have to be a holiday or a birthday to get your special someone something. And why can't that special something be something from Manscaped using our discount code of Territory for 20% off and free shipping? But that's all I got, fellas.
Facts. Love that, BA. Thank you. And I mean, again, where would this guy be without the people who made him? Guys, you can find me at E_RAY_the_bad_guy on the Instagrams. I'm back in the gym skis, working hard, barely making it. My eyeballs be sweating, but I send those pictures out so that way you guys can see it. Watch me on my journey. Let's see where I can get to in like the next 2 months. I want to be from fat to jacked. Gonna love it. Those are gonna be some cool pictures. Also, you can find me on the Twitter at E_RAY the hipster. Pretty much just talking about wrestling takes or random chicks talking about their takes on why they should be in control of their bodies when men are raw dogging them. And I don't know why that is not the case. Yeah, if she says she doesn't want the load, you do not explode. If she say that's it, you must have quit. That is what
her
it.
chest.
That's what it. Facts. She said, "Hey." She said,
Or
"If I
stomach.
say," she said, "If I
Or
say
back.
I don't want it, jack it on my stomach." That's what she said. And
On her forehead.
wow, I appreciate that. And you know what? I'm in agreement because believe all women. Other than that, you guys, like Dub likes to say, too sweet me when you see me. As BA likes to say, I love my life.
Yes.
What?
Yes. I thought you were about to say something else. God damn you, E-Ray. I hate these dudes. I love them and I hate them.
And as
You got me
always,
I got work.
let the madness wash over you. Yeah.
And don't get
we
hooked.
are out of here.
Don't get worked like BA.